You are running out of time. You should have achieved more by now, but instead you are stuck with regrets and circumstances that seem beyond your control. Sounds familiar? I get it. I've been there. But what if I told you that it's not too late? Let's change our perspective and see how paralysis from analysis affects us. But first, I'm thrilled to share some exciting news with you. I'm publishing my very first coloring book named Fairy and Fungi. In today's video, I'll be coloring the book's cover while sharing some thoughts that have been on my mind lately. So, grab a drink, sit back, and join me as we bring this magical piece to life. If you are in your late 20s to late 30s, you might feel like you're running out of time. Maybe you feel like a failure, like you haven't done enough. Honestly, I'm not here to sugarcoat it and tell you otherwise. Whether it's true or not doesn't really matter. If you believe deep down that you haven't achieved your goals by the time you thought you would, your mind can turn into your worst enemy. For many of us, life hasn't been an easy climb. You might be facing physical disabilities, mental health struggles, a lack of resources, or even a lack of support. Or maybe you are dealing with all of this at once. It feels like trying to climb a mountain while carrying a crying baby, holding the leash of a panicking dog, and the only map you have is written in a language you don't even understand. In my case, I've been drawing my whole life. For as long as I can remember, creating has been my passion, and when I'm in the zone, it's like an endless stream of ideas. So many, in fact, that until recently I was completely blocked because of the amount of things I wanted to do. This evolved into what we call paralysis by analysis. I had no idea where or how I should start. Nothing I thought about seemed good enough at second glance, and any little thing I managed to do was lost in the sea of social media without anyone noticing. Back in 2020, when everyone had to stay at home, I found myself presented with what seemed like the perfect opportunity. I had just finished everything I wanted to study at the time, moved out of my parents' house, and for the first time ever, I was being paid part of my salary to stay at home. My job? Some will call it an event gatekeeper, or a nightlife entry manager, or a VIP access liaison. Alright, I was basically a box office cashier for a nightclub, so I stopped working soon after everything had shut down, obviously. I could have taken those 2 or 3 years to give my all, to build a community and dive into my art. But instead, every bit of trauma I had buried while I was busy working, saving up and trying to figure myself out came back to slap me in the face and beat me up into a bloody pile of anxiety and depression. I made countless mistakes. And without realizing it, I slipped into a downward spiral until I completely stopped making art. I hadn't been drawing much because of a lack of time, and ironically, now that I had all the time in the world, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Wasn't art all I wanted to do? Shouldn't I feel happy while doing it? If not, what was I even supposed to do? Who was I even supposed to be? I had reached a new low in my life, deeper than I had ever been before. And at that point, I had to make a choice. I had nothing to lose. I felt absolutely numb. So I decided that I might as well give therapy a chance. And let me tell you, it was the best decision I made at the time. I faced my own share of struggles. We all do. And while I'm still trying to calm the dogs, soothe the baby, and figure out the map, I've come to terms with something important. We can't change the past. And that's okay. We can't undo things or choose something different. We have to move on with what we carry in our backpacks. I'm doing things now that I thought I was too old for when I was in my early 20s. I've missed opportunities I regret. But here's the truth. Regret doesn't fix anything for anyone. What we can do is learn from past experiences and move forward even if we are scared of messing up again. You have to tell yourself that it's okay. You will do better next time. So no, I'm not telling you to dive headfirst into every chance that comes your way. Please don't. What I mean is, look at the opportunities around you. Do your research. You're watching this video, so you already have access to the internet, to resources, and most importantly, to people who've walked similar paths. This is my first time putting myself out there like this. For the longest time, I used to share my art quietly, not wanting to bother anyone, because I believed I could never measure up to the artists I admired. But the truth is, those people I look up to started out just like me, unsure, learning, and figuring it out as they went. So, I know I'll make mistakes, probably a lot of them, but that's okay, because I'm new at this. I'm allowed to make mistakes so that I can learn from them. And with every step I take, and of course every step you take, it brings us closer to getting it right. If you keep trying, if you keep searching for things that bring you joy, there's always a chance you'll find that sweet spot. But if you give up, that's it. Because here's the thing, no one is going to care about your goals as much as you do. Everyone has their own mountain to climb, their own baby to soothe, their own dog to manage. So here's my reminder to you as much as it is to myself. Do what you think you have to do. Make mistakes, learn from them, and keep going. If you liked this video, please leave me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'll be sharing more speed paints with more personal stories and a lot more motivation. Thanks for being here with me today, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share if this resonated with you. See you next time. Ciao!